Hello, good evening. So, this is teacher Mary Joy, and for today's video, I will tell again another story. Okay, but this story is quite old, but I know a lot of people are familiar with this story since this story is very beautiful, and I know a lot of girls are inspired by this story because of the beautiful hair. Okay, so you have already the clue, and this story is about Rapunzel's story. Okay, so let's start reading story about Rapunzel. So long ago, a king and a queen had a baby daughter named Rapunzel. What her devoted parents didn't know was that Rapunzel's golden hair contained magical healing powers. Okay, so this is the queen, as you can see on the picture. That is the queen, and the baby is Rapunzel. So, of course, Rapunzel is still a baby, so she has a short hair. Okay. So her parents didn't know that her golden hair, as you can see, the color of the hair of Rapunzel is gold. So that golden hair has a magical healing powers. So that means if you have something or if you feel something that not good to you, so this magical hair of Rapunzel can help you to heal your sickness or whatever kind of sickness that you have. Okay. So a selfish old woman named Mother Gothel knew of the magic Rapunzel's hair and wanted to keep it herself young. So she kidnapped the baby and raised her in a tower deep into the woods, never telling her that she was a princess. Okay, so as you can see on the picture, there is a very tall tower, and that girl who is climbing the tower is the old woman named Mother Gothel. So Mother Gothel is kind of selfish woman because she knew about Rapunzel's golden hair and about the magic. Okay, but she didn't tell Rapunzel that she's a princess. Okay, so she kept it to Rapunzel, and of course, she's a selfish woman, and she wants only to take advantage of Rapunzel's hair because if Rapunzel is on her side, she will be young forever. If Rapunzel is for her side, in her side forever. Okay, so that's why she kidnapped or she got Rapunzel from her parents and she kept it in the tower. Okay, so next, as Rapunzel's hair grew and grew, she loved gazing out the tower window at the lights that floated in the night sky every year on her birthday. She longed to leave the tower and see them up close, but Mother Gothel refused. Okay, so as you can see on the picture, Rapunzel has already a very long hair, golden hair. Okay, and she also loved gazing out the tower windows because there she can see lights that is floating in the night sky. Okay, but her mother or this lady is not allowing her to go outside or to go downstairs and to go in the place where Rapunzel can see this beautiful lights. Okay, so what Rapunzel did is she put it on the wall. Okay, so she threw it on the wall. Meanwhile, a young thief named Flynn Rider had stolen something special from the king's castle. and the royal guards were after him. Suddenly, he saw the perfect hiding place, a tower. Okay, so the man in the picture is Flynn Rider, and he gets something from the palace that is very precious, very important. Okay, to the king's castle, of course, because Rapunzel is a king, but she didn't know that she's a queen or a princess, right? She didn't know that she's a princess. And of course, this man doesn't have any idea about this tower. So, of course, the man is hiding because the guards were after him, or the guard is looking for him because of what he did. Okay, so every time you steal something and a lot of people know about it, so they will look for you. So that is what Ryder did. Okay, so he go to the mountains, into the woods, and then he found this tower. Okay, so he is thinking about this tower is good for hiding. Okay, so perfect place to hide, and this is the tower. So let's find out what will happen to Ryder. Is he going to the tower, or the guard will catch him there? Okay, but the problem is the tower is very tall. So what is Ryder going to do to climb up the tower if it is his plan to go there? Okay, so let's check. So when Flynn Rider climbed into the tower, Rapunzel knocked him out with a frying pan. Then she secretly inspected the sachet he carried. Inside, Rapunzel found a sparkling gold object, and it was so familiar to her. Okay, so as Ryder go inside the tower or climbing up the tower, so Rapunzel already noticed him. So what Rapunzel did is he knocked him out using a frying pan. So it's maybe Rapunzel hit him very hard, so that's why Ryder knocked out. Okay, or he suddenly sleep. Okay, because of the frying pan that Rapunzel did to him, because he hit him, right? Okay, or she hit him. Okay, so but Rapunzel noticed in the bag or something that's sparkling inside the bag. Okay, so he opened it and she found a sparkling gold object, but this one is so familiar to her. So she is facing in front of the mirror and she's thinking about this sparkling gold object. Okay, because of course familiar, or that means it seems like she already knew about this sparkling gold object. So Flynn Rider awoke and found himself tied to a chair with Rapunzel's long golden hair. Rapunzel pointed to her painting of the floating lights. Tomorrow was her 18th birthday. If Flynn took her to see the lights, she'd return his sachet. Okay, so look at Flynn Rider. So he is tied with the long hair of Rapunzel. And what Rapunzel did is he opened the curtain and showed it to Rider this picture or this painting about the lights. Okay, so as you can remember, in the beginning of the story, so Rapunzel really want to go outside and to watch these lights in the sky at night. Okay, so by the help of her golden hair, so she tied Rider. Okay, and the only way to let him out is he will bring Rapunzel to this place, because the next day is Rapunzel's 18th birthday. So the most awaiting part of every girl, their 18th birthday. Okay, because this 18th birthday is something special for every girl. Okay. After Flynn agreed to help, Rapunzel used her hair to climb down from the tower. She had never been outside before. But when her feet touched the grass, Rapunzel nearly burst with excitement. Okay, so because Rapunzel was quarantined in the tower for 18 years, so she don't know the feeling of walking on the ground. Okay, even the grass, the flowers. Okay, her feet never touch it. So that's why when her feet touch the grass, she feel very excited, and of course maybe the grass tickles her feet. So that's why this is the reaction of Rapunzel. So can you imagine yourself quarantined for 18 years? Oh no, so it's very hard. Okay, so let's find out what will happen to Rapunzel next. Rapunzel and Flynn enjoyed their adventure, but they were being chased. Mother Gothel was looking for them. The royal guards were after Flynn, and so were his angry partners in crime. They wanted the crown. Okay. So, oh, by the way, look at the shoulder of Rapunzel. So that is Rapunzel's friend, okay? And in the picture, the guards are chasing Rapunzel and Flynn because of Flynn's mistake before, because he gets something on the palace. Okay. And of course, the mother Gothel is looking for them because Mother Gothel never allowed Rapunzel to go out. So when the time that he knew Rapunzel is not in the tower, she's very afraid if Rapunzel will not return to the tower. Okay, so maybe the Mother Gothel is thinking about Rapunzel will run away and never be back to the tower. So maybe she's afraid. And of course, the guard wants the crown from Ryder. So let's find out if they catch Rapunzel and Ryder. So days passed, and Rapunzel and Flynn managed to escape their pursuers. One morning, Rapunzel saw a breathtaking sight, a beautiful kingdom with a castle sitting high above. She headed straight to it. Okay, so after how many days passed, Rapunzel and Flynn or Ryder managed to escape. So the guards and Mother Gothel didn't catch them. So maybe Rapunzel is very happy. Okay, and while she's walking and having or enjoying the view, she saw a beautiful kingdom. Okay, so beautiful kingdom with the castle sitting high above. So maybe Rapunzel was very amazed, and maybe it is her, yes, not maybe, but it is really her first time to see this castle. Okay, and she headed straight to it. In the town, Rapunzel was drawn to a painting of the king, the queen, and their baby, who was known as the Lost Princess. The child has golden hair and green eyes, just like her. Okay, so maybe Rapunzel is familiar with the picture, or she can picture out in her mind. Okay, so in the town, of course, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of kids, a lot of stores, or maybe something displayed on the street. Okay, so Rapunzel saw a beautiful painting of a king, queen, and the princess, and they call it the Lost Princess because they never seen it for 18 years and they have no idea. Okay, So the baby is really look like Rapunzel. She has also golden hair and green eyes. So maybe, or that's why Rapunzel, when Rapunzel saw the picture, she was starstruck. Okay, so she looked very close to the picture. So Flynn gave Rapunzel her own lantern to send into the light, and she returned the crown. Then the couple gazed into the other's eyes. They were falling in love. Okay, so it's the first time that Rapunzel met a guy, and suddenly he fall in love with Flynn. Okay, because it is Rapunzel's wish to experience flying a lantern and saw a beautiful light in the sky. Okay, so as Rapunzel promised, if Flynn bring her to this situation or to this occasion, she will return the crown. Okay? So Rapunzel returned the crown, and of course they enjoyed the night together. Later, Flynn and Rapunzel were separated. Mother Gothel told Rapunzel that Flynn had only wanted the crown, but she realized Mother Gothel was lying. Rapunzel now knew that she was the lost princess. Oh, so this is the most exciting part in Rapunzel's story. Okay, because Flynn and Rapunzel was separated, so Rapunzel doesn't have anyone to talk to. And of course, Mother Gothel don't want Rapunzel to go back from the place where she really belong. Okay, so she makes a story that Flynn only wants the crown, but not Rapunzel, or Flynn doesn't have a good intention to Rapunzel. But then Rapunzel realized that Mother Gothel is lying, or she's just telling lie for all her life. I mean, for 18 years. Okay, so she's lying for Rapunzel, and Rapunzel know already, or she already knew that she was the lost princess. Okay, then suddenly Flynn arrived to rescue Rapunzel, but Mother Gothel hurt him badly. She wanted Rapunzel to stay with her forever. If she did, she'd allowed Rapunzel to heal Flynn. But before Rapunzel could act, Flynn cut off her hair, which lost its magic. Okay, so that's the reason why Mother Gothel never cut Rapunzel's hair. Because if she will cut Rapunzel's hair, the magic will be gone. Okay? So Flynn is on the rescue. She wants to rescue, or he wants to rescue Rapunzel, or to save Rapunzel from Mother Gothel. So Mother Gothel cannot stop herself, but she fight back to Flynn. So in short, Mother Gothel hurt Flynn, and the only way that Rapunzel can heal Flynn is to stay to her Mother Gothel's side. But before Rapunzel make a decision, Flynn already cut her hair, and the magic is gone. Without the magic, Mother Gothel quickly aged and turned to dust. Rapunzel was now free, but Flynn was dying. "You were my new dream," he whispered. One of Rapunzel's tears fell on Flynn and began to glow and healed him. Wow! So it's not only Rapunzel's hair that can heal someone, but also her tears. Okay, so Mother Gothel quickly ate and turned to dust because the magic is already gone. Rapunzel's hair was already cut by Flynn, so it's not worth anymore. Okay, it's not worth it anymore. But of course, Flynn is injured, and Rapunzel don't know what to do because her hair is already short. So there's no magic anymore. But both of them, they don't have idea that Rapunzel tears can heal Flynn wound. Okay. So when the tears of Rapunzel fell into Flynn, it began to glow, and of course there's magic, and suddenly healed Flynn. Flynn brought Rapunzel back to castle. The king and queen rushed to embrace their lost princess. That night, the entire kingdom celebrated by her return by launching hundreds of lanterns, the lights that had guided her home. Okay, so finally returned to her parents. So finally, Rapunzel go back to her parents, and after 18 years. Okay, and of course, the king and queen is very happy because they already found their lost princess, the only child of king and the queen. So they are very happy, and to celebrate it, they launch hundreds of lanterns, or the lights. Okay? Okay, so it's the end, and Rapunzel, the king and the queen lived happily ever after. Okay, so I hope that nothing will happen to Rapunzel after returning home, or I mean, no harm already, or no one will kidnap her. Okay, so of course Flynn is very happy too for Rapunzel because, of course, after 18 years, the lost princess found her true family. Okay, so that's the end of the story. Okay, so despite of all circumstances that Rapunzel's experienced, she has a joyful spirit. Okay, she has a joyful spirit and many versatile interests. Okay, so it's very good ending. Okay, and the moral lesson of this story is when something is destined to happen, there is no one, matter how much more power one has. So no one can stop that from happening. Okay, so like Rapunzel. So after Mother Gothel stole her for 18 years, so she returned to her true family. Okay, so that's the end of our story, and I hope you learned something on the moral lesson. Okay, so tomorrow we will have again another story for this, and have a good night everyone. Thank you so much. Bye bye.